boondocker. I'm thinking it's a boondocker, baby. What do you think?
Boondocker?
That's what I think.
Really? That just looked like a prison bus to me.
Texas. Guessing it's a boondocker. Howdy, dude. Okay, we'll be the first to admit we're definitely not seasoned boondockers in any stretch of the imagination. But in this video, we're going to go check out some popular boondocking locations. We're going to contact some of our subscribers and see if they want to join up with us and help us figure out this whole boondocking adventure. But first, let's find us an RV park with full hookups. Holiday Palms, yeah, right there.
Hello everybody, so here we are at the Holiday Palms in Quartzsite, Arizona, and it's a nice RV park. They've got pretty good little amenities that are interesting.
Yeah, for Quartzsite.
While we were there, I saw the brochure that said bingo tonight, so we decided to play bingo tonight.
I ate bingo, but you won 2 games, so I guess tonight it was good.
So it paid us back for a couple nights of bingo.
And you met a couple of folks there that recognized us?
I'm Cheryl and her husband Wendell.
Walking around talking about a nice park. As I was walking Tinker, I found over on one section they've got an actual RV wash where you can pull your wash in, high pressure washer. You got to furnish your own soap and stuff. But they've also got something, we've seen washes before, but they've got an oil change place where you can drive your RV up on those ramps.
First time we've ever seen that.
Climb under there and change your oil and your filter. I mean, it's so hard to get that done to do it yourself.
Plus they've got a bucket that you can put the old oil in and not have to worry about where you're going to take it.
Your oil in there, and I think a place to throw your filters too.
Yeah.
And they're so friendly. While I was here looking at it, one of the maintenance guys drove up and said, yeah, pull right up there and use it, totally free. So I think I'd give it 2 thumbs up. It's a nice park.
It's a nice park.
Hey.
Pads underneath there if you want to change your oil with the dungeon, dump it in there.
That sounds pretty good. I haven't seen that before. That's quite a service. You just dump it right in the tank, huh?
I just open that lid up and dump it right in there.
All right, that's a pretty cool deal. And a wash also.
Yeah, there's no soap. I just a pressure wash.
Yep.
There's no soap or nothing.
That's great. Well, thanks. And let me kind of show you a little bit about the area. So you can see the top of our rig. We're the one there on the left. No solar. We're going to be doing some boondocking and we got no solar. But that's what we're here for, to kind of check it out and see if we can find some good places to boondock.
Yes.
We've been to Quartzsite a couple of times. From what I understand, there's like 4,000 people that live there year round. But during the winter months, there's only like 3 places in America that stay in the 70s. That's down in Florida, Rio Grande Valley, and then here at the corner of the Arizona desert with Yuma and Quartzsite.
Yes.
So this is, it fills up. They say there's like 2 million people come through here in the winter with their boondocking in their RVs and tourists stopping in town.
Snowbirds.
Yeah. And they've got this huge tent show. They've got a rock and gym show from the 3rd to the 12th. And then they have a RV big tent show from this year I think it's from the 17th to the 26th of January. So it's just jam-packed with people. But for the town itself, it's almost all RVs.
Yes.
Manufactured homes and RVs. A lot of palm trees. But in the wintertime, it's pretty cool. It's got to be brutal in the summer.
Oh, I would imagine 120 degrees, probably.
Yeah. Well, 110 or 15 is pretty regular.
Right.
So we kind of flew around. You kind of got an idea. That's what's there is RVs, pretty much. And then the desert just fills up with them. And Joe the computer guy, he sent us a list of some real popular boondocking places all over the country. It's a top secret list. He made me promise not to give any of his secret places away, but we're gonna go look at 4 or 5 of them. Here, there's 2 of them And one of them we camped out a couple of times. It's the La Posa long-term visitor area. So the one we go to is La Posa South. And we go there with the IRV2 Monaco owners with about 40, 50 RVs. And we've done that 3 years, I think. 2015, 16, and 17. Last 2 years we've been gone. But this is the area, and the reason you got to pay $40 to come to the long-term visitors area. $40 gets you 2 weeks, or you can pay $180 and it gets you like 6 months. But as you can see, they've got, in the long-term visitors area, they've got dump stations, they've got fresh potable water, and then they've got trash cans.
Trash cans, recycling cans.
No electricity, obviously. But
right.
Sewer, water, and trash, which is the big things for if you're boondocking. And so that's $40 a week. We may try this one here. We're going to meet up with 4 or 5 couples over the next month and do some boondocking at a couple of 2 or 3 locations. And this is how on the list. This may be where we end up going to.
Very long lines, 10, 15, 20 coaches in the line. It's amazing.
2, 3, 4 hours in line during those weeks. Here's the area where the IRV2 folks go to every year.
Yes.
And we've really enjoyed that. We're going to go and meet up with them. I think that's the 16th through the 26th or something. About 8 or 10 days we're going to go there. Right there, we're in that circle. And then another place that was on Joe's list was the Palm Canyon at the Kofa mountain range, Kofa Wildlife Refuge.
Yes.
Right there's a stop sign.
That would be a neat place too. That's about 10 miles, I think, further south of
Quartzsite.
La Posa South.
Right.
Another 10 miles south. But this place, that's where it had those real washboard roads.
Oh.
And in the car, it was really brutal.
I would not recommend you're taking your rig there. It is absolutely, in my mind, it's
not a big rig. If you got a smaller, I mean, a lot of people go there. There's a lot of big rigs out here. There's a lot of people that do it.
The roads themselves are definitely brutal and washboardy.
Yeah. I think I would consider going there. But you can't go in too deep. I mean, you can see, we saw several big rigs in there. There's places to go. But Pearl doesn't want to go. Pearl's the captain of that stuff. She's got the veto stamp. And then as you get closer, the Wildlife Refuge area, you can't fly your drone or nothing in there. They've got some pretty good hiking trails from what I read up there at the mountain range in the wildlife area. But I'm not sure if we're going to do that one yet or not. We're going to have to look at all of them, but we're going to do one of these 2 with everybody. And then I think we're going to go down to Yuma. There's another one we looked at in La Paz. That's BLM. There's no charge at all. This one here, the Palm Canyon, there's no charge. That's BLM land as well. As long as you don't go into the wildlife refuge. So we'll set one of those for probably a week with 4 or 5 folks. And then after we get that done, we're going to go down by Yuma.
We're headed today,
or we may start
baby.
at Yuma and do that one first, and then come up here to Quartzsite.
Get your hand off my camera. Get your hand off my camera. We're headed today, baby. Where you headed today, baby? Yuma, Arizona?
Yeah.
Looks like an awful nice day for driving, huh?
Now that we're out of the rain. Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Yuma, we stayed at Yuma Lakes. That's an RPI park. That's, yeah, an RPI campground. And we found a couple, there's a lot of places around Yuma to go as well.
There's,
What'd you think of the Yuma Lakes?
I thought it was an okay place.
Yeah.
Not
They've got all the little tree driftwood and the cactus skeleton things. Like that.
They look like horses or donkeys. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute. They've done a great job with the presentation of the park.
It's a notch up from Thousand Trails, and it's equal or better to most of the Encore parks that we've gone to. So we went and checked out a couple of them here in down around Yuma area, and one of them we checked out was the American Girl Mine Road.
Yeah.
And that road was pretty smooth.
Not bad.
Yeah, we could definitely do that in the RV. But for me, there's a bunch of sand dunes there, so if you've got one of those razors, you know,
Yes.
and maybe we need to, if we decide to long term down here, maybe we'll get us one of those. But we don't have one now.
Where are we going to put it?
In a storage.
Here we go with another storage.
But there's
folks.
just nothing to do. We didn't find any real hiking trails. We didn't.
No.
And those sand dunes, the wind was blowing probably 20 miles an hour when we were there, and the dirt and dust
Oddly
wasn't
enough,
bad.
not bad at all.
But there just wasn't a lot to do. You can see there that, you know, there's big rigs that come here. It's a pretty popular spot. I've heard of American Girl Mine for years. This is the first time we've been out here to see it.
Right.
So it's definitely on the list. We might end up going there.
The one thing that you have to worry about is when they scrape the road, they have little berms on
yeah.
the side of the road. So you've got to figure out which one you can take your coach over.
Yeah, if you're pulling a trailer or a fifth wheel with a pickup,
Right.
probably is not a big event. But in a large Class A motorhome, it's a big event.
Yes.
And then the other one we went to look at was the Imperial Dam, and it's another long-term visitors area. So this is the Imperial Dam long-term visitors area. It's about probably 15 or 20 miles north of Yuma, Arizona.
Right.
It's right there on the Colorado River. It's got it's easy to get to. It's 95 runs between Yuma and Quartzsite.
Right.
So you take 95 down, it's 15 or 20 miles north of Yuma. And you turn west, right here you can see these big artillery guns,
yes.
whatever they are. And you go right through the Yuma Proving
Grounds.
Yeah. So that, you know, you're kind of restricted on where you can be there for a while. But that's 10 miles or so, and then you get up to the river and the Imperial Dam, and they've got really nice freshwater areas, 5 or 6 of those.
They've got 6 spots where you can dump.
Get potable water, 5 or
Yes.
6 spots to dump. They got places for your trash. It's another one where you got to pay $40 for 2 weeks or $180 for up to 6 months.
But it's not a bad place. It's pretty decent area.
And it's got water.
Yes.
It's nice to be around the water. Now you'll see here in the video, I think, but there's some campsites right down on the water. Those are $15 a night. They're separate, but it's all BLM land. But the ones on the water, you don't have to pay the $40. You just pay $15 a night.
The one off the water?
The ones on the water,
You
you
pay
pay $15 a night.
Not the $40 fee. Okay.
Yeah, and for these out here in the desert, this right beside that's you know, a little ways off the water, those are the $40 for up to 2 weeks. So this one by far is the nicest one. Now it's pretty quiet here. This is like the first week in January. It probably won't get as busy as the Quartzsite ones. I don't know, but I don't
probably
think it
not.
will. But there's going to be 4 or 5 RVs in our group, so it's going to be pretty crowded. We're going to have Pat and Chris. They've got that 25-foot exploration vehicle, and they can go anywhere out here. This is just made for them. We got Jeff and Lori.
They've got a 40-foot
Monaco. Yeah, so they're kind of like us. They're a little bit restricted, and Jeff's still working. He's got to have Wi-Fi.
Right.
Scott and Tammy.
Then they've got a 40-foot RV.
Toy hauler, but they probably the same boat as us. And then we got Terry and Cindy. They've got a 24-foot Winnebago View.
Yes.
Yeah. So they could go almost anywhere, and they have been going almost anywhere, I think. So that's pretty much the group. That's the locations. And then this is kind of our little surprise crutch that we're going to use. That's the EcoFlow Delta portable power station. I'll tell you more about it once we get to the campground. But that's going to, we've got no solar. That'll be our saving grace.
Yes.
Some of the guys have got solar. This thing will charge it like, well, I'm not. So we're taking off tomorrow. You excited?
I'm ready.
We're going to meet up. We got 4 of them that we're going to meet up with, and then we're going to go back to an RV campground, and we'll upload videos from the next week. so you guys will see where we went first.
Yes.
How we did with our electricity and water and sewer.
And the boondocking itself.
Meals and stuff.
Meals, I don't think are going to be a problem. Ladies, if you're paranoid about not being able to take your showers, if you've never heard of a shower, that's... And you know what?
You can't say that.
Okay.
You can't say that.
Okay, never mind.
You crazy girl.
Okay, well, I won't say it. Cut.
Where was we at? So anyway, stay tuned. We're going to try to get this video out today. And then we're going to go boondock and meet up with everybody at one of these 4 boondocking locations.
Yes.
And then in about a week, we'll upload that video and you can kind of see how we're doing. And then from what we learned, we'll regroup. And then we're going to go to another location.
And
then we may or may not get a video up right away. Yeah, we probably will. And then we're going to go to another location. So we got 3 of them lined up with different sets of folks. So anyway, wish us luck. We're looking forward to having a really good time. And until we see you next week, keep the wheels rolling. Stay safe. We'll see you at the next exit.
bye-bye, folks.